to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Go. 20! 54! Here we go. Shoot!
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch the ball. Listen. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. 2
On the carry, it's Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw is Garoppolo. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously, the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way, you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now Wentz on third down. And that will be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Flag. He's checking crack. Protein spill. Slam, slam, slam.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
Black 80. I know you ain't got it. 12, fellas, here we go.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. The open man is Smith. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. 21-0 our score after 1. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Now Wentz. He can run for it, and he will. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 21. Check 13. Check 13.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. The last catch nearly got him at first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Here we go. 11. Christian, Travis. Check.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Here we go. 180. Flag. 13. Get that hunt.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Here we go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
6-6. Pull it high. 58.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Here we go. 180. Watch the slant. Hatchet. 21.
Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Niners 28, Vikings nothing. Zane Gonzalez set to...
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. Normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. Complete. Smith has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
14, 82, 14.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz, that'll be complete to Cook. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's a give to Cook, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. From the gun on third, Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way down to the 26. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Hey, watch your lane. 11, 11. Under 10, 10.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They will run again with Coleman. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. It's Coleman here. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
First down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 25 on second down, Wentz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Haywood. Here we go again.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's on. Done. Hey, it's on out.
To throw, it's Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
It's now 4th down.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successly complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Garoppolo looks to throw. And it's caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. On first down, Cook. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Now a play fake here on first down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the red zone now, Wentz setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Sunday. 51 the mic, boy. 51.
Now Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Madison, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. Special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They go play action here on 1st down. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Get him. 57.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
Hey, wahoo.
I got him.
Munson.
53.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
5-9.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Kill. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. But a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal.
Under crunch. Lock.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Right there. 54. Right there.
This one, 7.
No chance.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Check 50.
Now Wentz, got to have this one. And that's caught by Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Wentz now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
At the 13-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Wentz, and this one complete to Smith. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
In your face.
On first down, Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
I got you. I got you. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Great 15, great 15.
One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 42.
Let's go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep